The day after tomorrow, Dennis and I are flying to the Bahamas and we're getting married.
Oh, that's terrific! Oh, that's oh my God! Oh, I can't believe it! Oh, I am so happy. My daughter is marrying a doctor.
In the Bahamas.
Your worst feature. But competitive is right up there.
Do you believe that?
No.
I always thought your bony feet were your worst feature. Nighty night.
Wait a minute. You haven't told me about the double date.
It was a complete disaster.
Oh, you mean Rose and her guy didn't hit it off?
Oh no, they got Hawaii for 2 weeks. They're leaving my 14-year-old grandson with me.
Oh, Blanche, that's wonderful news. What, you shouldn't be upset.
No, I should be upset. How am I supposed to study for my French final with a 14-year-old in the house? It's hard enough with an 80-year-old. This is a .375 Magnum. One of the most powerful handguns in the world. It could blow your head off. The only problem is, I don't remember if I shot 4 rounds or 5.
Sophia, really fantastic.
I know. Did you see that Emma Jane eat?
Oh.
I could not believe my eyes. That woman must weigh 275 pounds. She never stopped shoving it in. And then she had to talk the entire time. She just sprayed food all over the table like a mist. That's him. He's early. I haven't finished my face.
Well, the only thing left is to dip it in bronze. We'll get it. I wonder what he looks like.
I just hope he doesn't have hair in his ears.
You were asleep.
You never know. You girls shouldn't sit out here in the sun.
Blanche, we've been so worried about you.
I know.
Oh, I'm so glad you're out.
I'm sorry if I worried you.
Oh, sweetheart, how are you?
I'm okay.
I mean, he must really think we're stupid.
Really stupid. How could we possibly need 3 dozen spud gaskets?
What, spud gaskets?
That's what goes on the end of a hose bib. We couldn't need more than a dozen at most.
Rose, how do you know about this?
Well, I know a lot about plumbing.
I know what you're going through. The bottom line is, if you take a chance in life, sometimes good things happen, sometimes bad things happen. But honey, if you don't take a chance, nothing happens.
I'm going to take a chance.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Well, I have to look in my closet. I don't even know what to wear.
I knew for sure that he wanted me. I'd always known that there'd been something between us. Sometimes from the pulpit, he'd be talking about sin. He'd look straight at me. We couldn't do anything about it because he was...
Something else.
Oh?
I might kill you.
Hey, but what are you talking about?
I've never told anybody this in my life, but my husband died while he was making love to me.
Been working since 1904. Besides, they have a category for people over 80.
I think it's a terrific idea.
Maybe we ought to join.
We already did.
What did you say?
I said we already did.
Rose, I work all week. The last thing I want to do is walk 10 miles on a Saturday.
We won't be walking. We're going to sit. Eyes and eyes and a carrot nose and a cucumber mouth. Do you think we should give him some broccoli hair?
Why not add a gold chain? We'll call it Sammy Potato Jr.
I do not know how I let you two talk me into this thing. Those kids are going to break everything in this
Come
house.
on, Blanche, you are...
You took my poodle skirt. Was that you?
Blanche, that was over 40 years ago.
Oh, shut up.
I can't believe that you are still crazy about that.
It's not over that. It's over Tom.
Tom?
Don't act so surprised. She's going into renal failure, so a transplant is her best hope.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry.
What happens if she doesn't get your kidney?
She'll die.
You hold her life in your hands? What are you going to do?
I don't know.
I'm glad you're not my sister.
Would you please bring them in here?
Sure, Mrs. Devereaux.
Thank you.
Hi, Ma, where you going?
Down to the boardwalk. I like to sit and watch the old guys rearrange themselves when they come out of the war. Where are you going?
I'm off to the rummage sale. Would you like a ride?
Anyway, he tells me to sniff his carnation for good luck. I take one whiff, and bingo.
He squirted your dress with ink.
Actually, it was Del Monte prune juice. It's free at the center. It's a come-on. They make their real money on the padded toilet seat rentals.
So what happened to your clothes?
I'll take a bus.
I see. And when the bus gets to you don't know where, what will you do then?
Get a job?
Really?
Yeah.
As what? Secretary of State?
I gotta go.
So you're just gonna wimp out, huh?
I'm not wimping out.
What do you call this?
Why should I stay here when I get all this crap?
Hi, Blanche.
Are we expecting company?
Yep, Barbara Thorndike. I introduced myself after the lecture. We went out and had coffee and talked for hours.
Yeah, we were wealthy. Most people didn't have a bridge to live under.
Well, isn't that a shame? We won't be able to go.
Why not? You three have a pressing engagement with a cheesecake? There's money involved here.
You know what, girls? She's right. Now, we could catch the red eye. We could be in hot...
Oh, no, what is the occasion?
There's no occasion. I just know it's your favorite. I'll get it.
Come on, Ma, this takes 12 hours to make. Now, what do you want?
Nothing. And it takes 16.
Ma, the only time you make lasagna al forno is for funerals and favors. Now, you're not wearing black, so what do you want? I went to a drive-in with Stanley. He said he was being shipped off to Korea and would probably die, and it would mean so much. That was my part of the war effort. It took 3 seconds. I wasn't sure that we had done anything, actually.
I did it. I did it.
You did what? You knocked down 2 pins.
It's a personal trial.
But we're not out of it yet. All we need to win is a...
Daughter is a very good player, Sophia. She must have picked it up from you, huh?
How do you know I'm a good bowler?
Because you were so good at bocce ball. Remember we played together once?
Oh, yeah, after the grape harvest. Boy, that was a nice afternoon.
For what?
Or what?
Happily?
Happily.
Damn.
What a relief.
You're telling me. I thought I was a goner.
Skimpy outfits collecting phone numbers.
That's not true. I was not in a skimpy outfit, and I got all these.
Hello, my name is Yvonne. Have you been here before?
See, you go to a woman's gym, you get hit on by a woman.
I work here.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to imply anything.
She just thought...
Dorothy, don't smash the Play-Doh.
Sorry.
Well, as far as doctors go, you've certainly seen the best.
The best don't exist anymore. The best are dead.
Well, I don't know about that.
Enjoy the...
Cass has always been a man there to catch it.
Blanche, you're being ridiculous. You are as attractive and desirable as you always were. But a lot of men can be frightened by that. They don't know if they can handle that much woman. So every once in a while, this will happen. Now, Blanche, it takes a...
Well, no. Look out behind you. Hey, you gotta make your own fun around here.
Honey, what's making you so tense?
It's my job. It's all the pressure.
Honey, what's the big deal? You're just working for a consumer reporter. You're not actually on TV a sale.
Well, it is a big deal.
Oh, come on, Gloria. That is the dumbest thing I ever heard.
Dorothy, even with all my money, you have so much more than I do. You have Ma and your friends and your work and... Your life just seems so much more important than mine.
How was dinner?
Great. I ate a lot, Ma drank a lot, Gloria paid a lot.
Oh, I'm so glad the three of you got things worked out, and that Sophia's not leaving.
Oh, me too. That spunky little lady sure does add life to this place.
Oh, and the stories she tells. And there's always a little gem of wisdom hidden. Do you?
Well, I'm gonna miss you too, Rose.
How was the shrimp?
Unfortunately, I'll never know. You see, he's Jewish and we can't see each other anymore.
Both to know that I don't enjoy failing anybody, especially this kid. But he's lazy. In his book report on A Tale of Two Cities, he said he liked them both, but he really prefers Minneapolis, because that's where Prince is from.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, hi, honey.
Well, they like it too.
That's because you bring the stick to them.
I know they get so excited when I fetch. Well, you like having them over too, don't you, Sophia?
Yeah, I like them.
That's because it temporarily shifts the blame if we find a puddle on the floor.
Really? What's it called?
It doesn't have a title, you twit.
Hi. Oh, sorry. Well, good night.
Oh, you going to bed already?
But what's so terrible about going right to bed?
Hey, Blanche, that's a great title for your book. And that looks like bits of Joe's arms. And that looks Rose.
We get the picture.
They had a very little coffin.
Honest. Well, she wouldn't have gone for it if I told her the truth. And oh, like you never told a lie?
That's right, I've never told a lie. Well, just once when I snuck out of class to go to the movies.
It's not much of a lie.
That's what I thought. Turned out to be the day they taught everything. A date in 3 months, but I just don't know what to do. I adore Arnie. He's the sweetest man in the world and very special to me. And it'll be hard not to, because I like him so much. And since we're going away for the weekend, and since we already have, if I don't, then he'll think I don't like him anymore, and I do. So maybe I will, but I don't know.
I mean, if you can't degrade yourself for a bunch of sick kids, who can you degrade yourself for?
Listen to this, Eleanor Roosevelt and a Garter bill.
Dorothy, now you can't tell us that a part of you isn't at least a little excited. Remember last year's auction? That rush of euphoria when the auctioneer calls out, sold!
Took Blanche out into orbit where I never would have had the guts to go.
Rue, did you see the possibilities of Blanche immediately when you read the pilot?
When I read the pilot, I called my agent and I said, I knew this was a hit the minute it was delivered to my door. I could tell before I opened it. I just knew it. And then when I read...
Back in Dogpatch.
Do you approve of what Lucy did?
No, but I am not passing judgment. Honey, things are very different these days. Now, she seems like a level-headed girl, and who knows, maybe she did fall in love.
That's right, Rose. She doesn't do this sort of thing all the time.
Sophia, do you think...
Bahamas with. I just met Ed at the airport. He arrested Michael for transporting marijuana from the islands. Oh, you think you know somebody?
I see. Well, Ed picking up Michael was doing his job. You picking up Ed is something I think the two of us have to discuss.
Ed, get through all that, Blanche.
I was lucky enough to have my big sister Charmaine chasing after me, trying to talk some sense into my fool head.
Maybe Lucy could use a big sister herself right now.
If she doesn't already have one, I don't think it's humanly possible.
I'm going after her.
It's the middle is helping me make out an ironclad will.
Wait, you're using Rose as a lawyer?
I know what I'm doing. Every Thursday, I watch La Law.
I have class. And you know what else I have?
It's not self-awareness, that's for damn sure. Hey, listen to this. Older gentleman seeks lady of refinement. I like moonlit nights, romantic Italian dinners, and waking up in the morning.
Expense.
Miss Blanche kept her word. She didn't laugh.
And you know why? I was singing a little song in my mind, Camptown Races. I didn't hear a word you said.
She said she had a date tonight and she wants you to go out with him.
Charge of cheese. Or Lincoln, great statesman or gas guzzler?
Idiots in positions of power.
Good one.
Pussycat.
Martha and me to meet some men.
Me too, me too.
Let's say you and Rose and I do go. Won't they know that we haven't been to that school?
Yeah, how do we stop that from happening?
Dorothy, these people went to school 40 years ago. They won't know each other anymore. Why, you...
Please call the operator, Dr. Randall.
Wait a minute. What do you mean she's going into surgery? I talked to her last night. She was fine.
This is why we keep people here for observation.
When can we see Rose?
Are you related to her?
No, we're her friends.
I'm sorry, she's in pre-op, and only her family can see her now. Now, we have contacted her daughter, and Mrs. Nyland will be going into surgery.
Why can't you marry him?
Well, you remember I told you Richard wanted to introduce me to his family? I thought it would be his little old gray-haired mama and his spinster aunt. Turns out he has 2 kids.
Well, Blanche, we've all got kids.
But these are 7 and 9.
Medicine is still a man's world. So, if it'll make you feel any better, I used to be a man.
What?
Just a little female Dr. Humor.
All right, so what's the verdict?
We are. Yeah, but don't count your money yet. Those are the 2 males.
Life's a living hell. If I wasn't fighting for a warm blanket, I was fighting for food. If I wasn't fighting for food, I was fighting for the shuffleboard equipment. I just threw that in to see if you were paying attention. Anyway, the storm broke, and through the mist and the haze, I saw the beautiful lady.
Sophia, forget it. I tell you, we can't do that.
Why not?
Because stapling a $20 bill to the petition is illegal. It's bribery, and don't tell us that's how you got things done in Sicily.
That's not how we got things done in Sicily. Bribing.
Mom, I think we should talk.
Oh, why don't we just forget about it?
I don't want to forget about it.
Okay, then I forgive you. I know it wasn't your fault.
Mom, you've got to stop pretending I'm some kind of perfect angel. I'm not. I make mistakes. And what I did the other night was one of them.
Come again?
I wasn't going to say anything about this, Dorothy, but I won't be able to sleep until I do. I feel that you have backed me into a corner. And when I am backed into a corner, I come out fighting like a wildcat. Unless I've had too much to drink, in which case I slide.
I can't believe I'm sitting here listening to a discussion about Sophia's love life.
Rose, let me fix you up with Willie. He needs to forget me.
No, thank you.
Okay, but you don't know what you're missing. There aren't many guys around who remember where they were when the Archduke Ferdinand was shot. Oh, Gina Lola Brigida. This is my surprise.
Yes. So happy birthday, Ma.
Happy birthday? You call this old bag a present? You brought me all the way from Sicily to be insulted? I hate that woman! Salvador. Mainly because he's the only guy in the room with a neck. Anyway, I'm feeling a little queasy. Francesca makes a great party, but she bakes a manicotti you could anchor a boat with. So I go upstairs for a broma seltzer when suddenly Salvador grabs me from behind and begins passionately kissing me.
Stay and talk to Stan. I'm sure you can get somebody.
Dorothy, I must confess I have mixed feelings about calling anybody. There's something strangely provocative about this evening. Oh, of course, I would never have a relationship with both twins at the same time. That would be obscene. Unless, of course, it was tastefully done.
And what was...
Yes. Wait till my friends hear about this.
For the time being, this must be our little secret. I'm in the middle of a rather messy divorce, and if the reporters get
Oh,
hold...
say no more. I'm not naive about these things. I have a subscription to People magazine.
Well, then, until tonight...
Stop to contact.
You expect me to believe that you don't wear contacts?
She dropped my contact. You see, I happened to run into Dorothy downtown, and I mentioned to her that I'd run out of contact solution. And she said that she had plenty of it here at the house because she doesn't wear them. So here we are.
Oh, okay.
Find out what pills they gave her and ask for a doggy bag.
Hello?
No, I'm only thinking of me, too. And if you two can't adjust to my new lifestyle, well, maybe we have a problem here.
No, Rose. You're the one who has a problem.
Are you telling me that I can't live my life the way I want?
Not if it means disrupting everybody else's life, Rose. You're getting impossible to live with.
Is that so? Well, then I guess there's just... So your wife had triplets.
That's wonderful.
What are they?
That's when 3 babies are born at the same time.
Look, I really appreciate you all taking care of Emily, and I am sorry if I caused you any trouble.
Oh, she was no trouble at all. She was just a precious little angel. Well, it's time to go home now, Emily. Certainly. You know, Rose, you really ought to take off some of that makeup before you go to sleep. What?
I don't believe it. A circus? Where did they come from?
The 920 to Sarasota's a circus train.
Girls, this is a miracle.
You're going to stay right here with us.
Dorothy, can I see you for a moment?
Nothing to it. I mean, it's not that bad.
Dorothy, have you had plastic surgery? I don't believe it.
What'd you have done?
My eyes. And I tell you, it was worth every penny.
Please, you spend $1,500, you go out on 2 dates a year.
I mean, Ma, I didn't do it for anybody else. I did it for me. I mean, most people didn't even know I'd had the surgery. Oh, Ma, you really think so?
Of course not, but you think I'm going to tell you that? I'm your mother.
Ma, are you sure you mailed all the invitations? None of the G's through the L's is...
Confused.
Honey, you think you're confused? Take a look at our horn section.
Sophia, maybe you should sit down.
I am sitting.
You know what? I'm going to make you a nice pot of coffee.
Don't panic, I'm fine. I haven't had that much. Besides, you think I'd ruin Roberta's milestone birthday?
Milestone, she's 88.
Right. After 80, every year with him. Waffles, he loves waffles.
good.
Well, I'll tell him at dinner. Dinner's better. He won't be rushing. I'll make something great. I'll tell him in bed. Yeah, bed's better.
It always works.
When he's asleep, I'll tell him when he's sleeping.
Renee, come on.
I'll sound like a wimp. I can't possibly tell him.
Listen,
It's our third?
We never had one.
Oh, come on. Of course we had one.
George, you were an intern. I don't call 2 hours in an empty hospital bed next to a man in a coma a honeymoon.
Honey, I lied. That man wasn't in a coma.
Oh!
How about if I make it up to you right now?
Can turn right around and spit in your face.
I'm sorry, Ma.
Few months, huh? That should give me enough time to finish the scarf.
You just implied that I'm an old lady.
Oh, well, honey, I didn't mean to imply it. I meant to say it flat out.
You know what your problem is, Blanche? You can't stand a little competition. Which is why you tried to keep this whole thing a secret from me.
Well, I noticed you're here too, Dorothy, so you tried to keep it a secret from me.
Hi, girls. Dr. Zhivago is my favorite movie of all time. Now I'd like to introduce my friends. No, this is Dorothy. My Reagan impression.
Yeah, there's Charlie Thompson and Fred Leone and Mike Devlin.
Does he plan to withdraw from the race?
I had lunch at the press club once.
Only once? Gosh, it took me 2 years to learn everybody's name on 8 is enough.
Hush, he's about to start.
That's when Stan did his walrus imitation with the straws up his nose.
Sure have come a long way since then.
Yeah, now Stan uses breadsticks.
I had quite a crush on you.
You did?
Sure did. And that's why I'm glad we're here together tonight. I know it makes...
I like you. I like everything about you.
Sven, you hardly know me.
I know enough. I know you're pretty.
Yes.
You're smart.
Yes.
Sexy.
Yes.
Sophisticated.
No, Sven, there's something very important you don't know.
Morning, girls. I didn't sleep a wink last night worrying about Blanche and Sven.
Rose, this is between the two of them.
No, it isn't. I'm supposed to get Sven on a plane today. That's why I called Big Sven early this morning to ask him what to do. I knew he'd be up. He gets up with the cows. Working at this age.
I never dreamt I'd be this age. Let me tell you girls the 3 most important things I learned about life. Number 1, hold fast to your friends. Number 2, there's no such thing as security. And number 3, don't go see Ishtar.
Blanche, I am miserable.
It is mind over matter, Dorothy. Now you can do it. You can get up off that couch. You feel better already. You're not sick anymore, Dorothy. You can heal yourself. Walk, Dorothy, walk. Hey, just because you put your...
To call them the aliens. They are the Chungs, and they happen to be very nice.
They're not very nice. They eat dogs.
Ma, they do not eat dogs.
Right. It's just a coincidence that not one ever pees on their lawn.
Ma, you made that up.
Sophia, we're not talking about them anyway, but...
You have some rough times doesn't mean you throw in the towel. You go on living and eating. I'll get the cheesecake. I'll get the whipped cream.
I'll get...
Oh, Blanche, you look beautiful.
But do I look like a mother? Are you kidding? From the side, you look like you're about to drop twins.
Blanche, relax, honey. You look lovely.
Well, it's just that I'm so nervous about seeing Becky after such a long time, you know. I want everything to be perfect.
It will be.
But... Is Jeremy coming over in a taxi, or is he driving the rental car to the airport?
He's taking the car.
Uh-huh. Well, that's good. Oh, I guess this is it.
Oh, I hate these moments.
Me too. I never did learn how to say goodbye. Wait! Oh, damn.
We could have watched it all day, but visiting hours were only from 10 to 4.
I couldn't sleep. I just kept tossing and turning, thinking about the terrible mistake I made.
Blanche, you did the right thing.
Go on, Barbara.
I went for a walk in a crowded marketplace. A man came up behind me, put something in my hand, and said, "This is what you need."
That happened to me once in the produce section at the A&P.
Oh, how do you do? I'm Dorothy Zbornak. This is my mother, Sophia Petrillo, and these are my friends, Rose and Blanche. We're competing on today's show.
Well, hello, Tiffany. It is such a pleasure to meet you, honey. I want you to know that I thought those pictures of you in that sleazy girly magazine were so tastefully...
Green team makes a miraculous comeback and wins the game. Oh, Blue team, we don't want you to go away empty-handed. You have $400, that's $100 apiece, and you have the home version of Grab That Dough, which attaches to any vacuum cleaner. Thank you for being with us.
Cram it.
Actually, that first night, I was kind of, well, appalled, I guess. But Charlie was very patient. It was really very nice.
What is it, Jell-O? I hate Jell-O. If God wanted peaches suspended in midair, he would have filled them with helium. What? Beat it, Rose. I'm busy.
What are you doing?
It's Tuesday night. I'm cleaning out my purse.
Hey, on the committee is female. Who are you going to sleep with?
Are you insinuating that I cannot win it on merit alone? All women?
So, where are you going all dressed up?
Raymond invited me. Then how do you explain this money?
What are you, a treasury agent? It's circumstantial evidence. Hello? Oh, Rocco, we were just talking about you. A funny thing just happened. We found thousands of dollars in your bag, and, well, we were kind of wondering where it came from.
In his big old Packard. Well, halfway home, we ran out of gas. It was dark, it was cold, so we held each other close. Both of us knew right then and there this was the night. Sure enough, pretty soon the windows were all fogged up from the heat generated by our bodies.
Down the champagne in one gulp. And it didn't go down smoothly. Later, Stan told me that he put my engagement ring in the bottom of the drawer. Ma, do you know what time it is? You're what? Oh, the hell you are. Listen, you are not spending the night at Rocco's. Look, as long as you live under our roof, you will abide by our rules. Dorothea.
I think I may have accidentally promised your hand in marriage.
Dorothea.
Well, at least he's Italian.
I'm not thrilled about my son marrying your daughter either.
Oh, yeah? Why, you got something against black people?
Of course not. And I resent the insinuation. Why, we firmly believe that all men are created equal.
That's a bunch of baloney.
Rose!
Well, it is if you don't believe me. Just turn on your television.
Looks like she's been around the block more times than a good humor man.
Hold my purse. Those are fighting words.
Stop it, all of you. What difference does it make that Lorraine's a little long in the tooth and Michael's a skinny white boy? Can't you see they love each other? We're something blue.
Here. Oh, this is blue.
Oh, thank you. These earrings are old. They were my grandmother's.
Thank you, Blaine.
Here, I borrowed these knee-high surgical stockings on the bus.
Ma! Here, Lorraine.
Oh, thank you. That's everything but the new.
Jim Shoe? Jim Shoe? Oh, I get it. Jim Shoe. Very funny.
Excuse me, I am Jim Shoe.
Terribly sorry. I thought...
Nah, Cesar Chavez, I got hungry.
They're giving you a hard time, too.
Nah, I just can't pick out a decent nectarine. This way they do it for me. Why don't you just ask for help? Help? You know who helps old broads like us? Boy Scouts and cartoons. We gotta look after ourselves. They giving you any trouble? I can't get a...
And Pigpen forgot to put up the sign. And the governor drove straight through town without ever realizing he was in St. Olaf.
I would have thought the glazed look on everyone's face would have tipped him off.
So the point is, Pigpen ruined Founders Day all because he was wasting time.
Does not want us to say a word about this to anyone until we hear from him again. Not a word. Is that understood?
Yes. I thought I heard voices in here. What you girls doing?
Oh, nothing. We're just sitting talking.
Oh, hi, Rose. Oh, Rose, now come on. You're not still mad at us because we changed your Woman of the Year application.
Honey, we're so sorry. I just hate it when you're mad at us and get like this.
Okay, you're forgiven.
Oh, Rose. That was easy.
Well, I thought it all over and you were in denial.
Look, Fluffhead. Why should I deny being in denial when I never said I was in denial? You are the one who said I was in denial, and don't you deny it.
Listen, Dorothy.
Gosh, my teeth.
I know how you feel. I always make sure I brush after every meal. You wouldn't happen to have a meal on you, would you?
What are you staring at? Time to look for the jacket.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah, let's split up.
Give up. People care. They really do. Good people won't let this kind of suffering go on. You just gotta hang in there till tomorrow.
Sophia, it is tomorrow.
Well, let's go to dinner, ladies.
Have fun.
Rose, honey, there's something I have to say to you.
Oh, sure. Do I look like a man who's about to do it for the third time? Get married, I mean.
Very handsome. Have you lost weight?
No, I'm wearing a girdle. Is Sophia going to make it to the wedding?
She's not quite up to it, but she sends her regards.
When suddenly this big basil tree...
Mom, what the hell are you talking about? You're not making any sense.
I was hoping the late hour would help to mask that. I don't have a story about taking advantage of a dead guy for money. I got a great story about a Moroccan and a monkey. That really comes under the... Dorothy?
Oh, girls, let's stop sitting around here moping. Now that painting isn't so bad. If you stare at it long enough, it almost looks good.
I tell myself that every week after 30-something.
You know, Sophia, all of a sudden I feel so much better.
I had a feeling at your age a good cliche would work. Now eat this. What is it? That's a meatball and pepper sandwich. If that doesn't put the weight on you, nothing will. Okay, get suited up. All right.
I feel so undesirable.
Oh, honey, we all have at some point. I know, Blanche, not you. No, I remember when Stanley and I were going through this. We tried everything, relaxation techniques, hypnosis. I fed the man so many oysters when he packed...
I'm probably the most patient person you know. Go ahead, try to think of somebody else. I'll wait.
You tell me honestly, you don't think there's something lacking in this relationship?
No. I think you're a kind, generous, caring man.
as far as this physical.
You lose your breath,
You lose your earring.
your mouth waters,
Your nose runs.
your heart races.
Your blood races.
Rose,
Say it, Ernie.
it's time, Rose.
Check, please.
Does this look like a game of solitaire? It's your turn.
I'm sorry, Ma. I was trying to remember when was the last time I said I love you.
After lunch, when I said you had grilled cheese stuck to your chin. Now, will you make your move for God?
Want?
For the moment, only for you to feast your eyes on the great Alfonso. The great Alfonso. Seymour.
Hello, I'm the great. I am the great.
Alfonso.
What?
Hold the deck.
So that's it. You're willing to give us the Donatello triplets if we put your new boyfriend in the show.
That's blackmail. That's show business.
Hi, girls. How's everything going?
Awful. Kent Ferguson canceled. We don't have an MC for the talent show.
We don't even try or commit you.
You just leave it to me. I know in my heart he'll be here.
Rose, just so I get this straight, you never actually met Bob Hope.
No, but I'm sure looking forward to it.
No, oh, honey, no.
All right, that's it. We got to get that antique dealer off the membership committee.
Could we have a word with you for just a moment? There's something we'd like to discuss.
Gonna wait till later, Blanche. Right now, I got a few things on my mind.
Like that big sucker over in the other corner?
It's right at the top of the list.
We want to talk about your fight strategy.
Do you really think she can make a comeback?
Oh, sure she can. Dorothy's running Trudy all over the court. Trudy tripped.
And she's not getting up. You think something's wrong?
I think she's fainted.
I hope it's not anything worse.
It is. I've seen that look before.
You don't think
I'll never be cured, but I know now I can live without drugs my whole life, one day at a time.
I'm just glad you got that monkey off your back.
I never had a monkey on my back. Although when I was a child, I had a chicken named Gordon. Oh, and what a great...
My name isn't Sophia Pahawkins.
Excuse me.
Rose, what the hell is going on?
That's okay, I'll just let it ring.
I tell you, we're here because we have a very dear friend who is a patient here, and we have some concerns. She's a lovely old woman, very sweet and very kind, and we would really hope that in some way, you could... Damn it, will you answer the phone?
Hell, if we do have to go to a nursing home, let's all go together.
But what happens when there's only one of us left?
Don't worry, I can take care of myself.
Not so fast, Eduardo. What are you going to do with me?
You have good bones. Yes, this is a strong, noble face, full of wisdom and sincerity. You could be a Greek goddess.
Oh, go on, Eduardo. Wait a minute. There is not one shred of evidence, not one logical reason why I should not believe that this woman is my mother, or that Gina is her real daughter.
Buongiorno, I'm a genius.
I put on a few pounds, you just haven't noticed.
What, am I blind? I can see that. I meant the The bread. You can afford the bread. It's only 89 cents a loaf. Angela, why don't you sit down? I'll serve dessert.
Gosh, you two made such a fantastic meal. I can't imagine what you came up with for desserts.
I made dessert.
Maybe I ought to go to New York with you. New York is a riotous city. I could hang out at the Algonquin, talk to my colleagues, get the juices going.
Honey, I'm going just for 2 days to see a doctor. I've asked Rose to go with me. Hungry or suicidal?
It's not easy being the mother of a child with her own free will.
I knew I felt the refrigerator open. What's wrong? You've been upset all day.
It's Rebecca. I just don't understand. Why didn't somebody pay for it? I certainly haven't.
She's always depended on the kindness of strangers.
Fine. Make jokes. I'd just like to know how you all would feel if you thought you were going to have a test tube for a son-in-law.
That's her drive.
I'm not Sheila Patterson's daughter.
You can't treat me like this. I'm going to my room.
Oh, Ma! I have the strangest sense of deja vu from when I was 14, except I'm Ma and she's me.
What are you going to do about her?
Well, I've got to be...
Not now, Blanche. Dorothy, I know you've done the right thing. In the animal kingdom, the whole idea is to teach offspring to fend for themselves. Humans are the only ones who think it's their duty to care for children their entire lives.
You know, Rose, sometimes...
Jakes. Wait a minute. What about the present Blanche hid behind the couch?
Oh, my gift for you! I'll get it. Oh, I can't wait to see the look on your face.
Me too.
Here you go, sweetheart.
Welcome everybody. Merry Christmas.
I just never thought there'd be children.
I know. And what is Santa Claus doing here?
Oh, they paid these poor out-of-work guys $10-15 to stand on street corners ringing their bells for charitable contributions.
Plastic reindeer poop.
That's what happens when you aim too high.
And then I figured with the drought and the danger of fires, the one novelty item that would really take off this season is a little Santa wearing sunglasses driving a fire engine. So I put every last cent I had into that hunch. And I ordered...
Over in a shot.
Well, I do care about him. I just have some things I have to do.
But like what?
Oh, look, I'm trying to keep this relationship casual. If I go to that hospital, I'm in and there's no getting out.
Don't be silly. All you have to do is follow the orange line down the middle of the hallway and you're right to the elevator.
Let's just say she's been around the block.
Here we go, James. Let's put the pedal to the metal.
I can't believe anything that beautiful is so cheap.
Pacemaker.
Wouldn't you be?
Blanche, everyone I know over 50, over 40, has a pacemaker. They all lead perfectly normal lives. In every way, Blanche.
But this is in me. Oh, Simon, for the first time in my life, I'm just scared of intimacy.
But more important than that, what about David? What happened with you?
Well, I talked to him, and he's really a very nice young man. I think I was taking my anger at George out on David.
You're going to have to find a way to forgive George.
I will forgive him. It'll just take a little time.
Little Cheese King.
I mean, didn't you leave out some important details about your relationship with Buzz?
No! She did exactly the right thing. Oh, I never tell men about my past.
Why?
Takes too long.
Thank you so much for your help, sister.
Go with God.
So Sophia, I just don't know.
Oh, come on. Dorothy's bank is right over there. She lets me draw on her account. If he's honest enough to put up his money, we should be willing to do the same.
I guess it seems fair. Okay.
Great. Let's go.
But you know what I'm saying, Dorothy?
Yes, Ma, and it's nice. You're saying you love me and you care.
No, I'm saying buy genuine Q-tips. If I'm going to put a stick in my ear, I'd like a little cotton at the end.
That was a good one, sir. And this is Sophia Petrillo.
Well, thank you for letting me visit your home.
You know, where I come from, when you visit somebody, you bring a little something. A marble cake would have been nice.
Sophia!
What?
This is the President of the United
Cheesecake, Rose?
Let's taste it and find out.
How's the skating going?
And I woke up, there she was in my arms, just as goofy and hungover as I was. I vowed then and there to have 20 more.
Well, what stopped you?
The drugs wore off.
Remember how Stan was working late when I went into labor with Kate, so I called you, Ma?
Yeah. You know who my fantasy parents were?
Who, Blanche? Masters and Johnson?
Not my fantasy neighbors. No, my fantasy mother was... Rose, look. If there's $500,000 in the statue fund, why can't they just take $50,000 of it to save the town?
Because that's the statue money.
Well, there won't be anywhere to put the statue if there's no town left.
Wow, a loophole.
Hi, it's me, Dorothy and Stan.
Wonderful man.
Thank you.
As a matter of fact, that's really the reason I've come here.
Oh?
My friends in Atlanta read in the papers where you'd be selling off his things here in Miami. And before you did, there's something I'd like to ask you for.
The Bible?
No thanks, I don't drink.
Pussycat, I realize I was wrong by not talking to you before hiring a matchmaker. But what you don't understand is where I come from, matchmaking is an age-old tradition. For centuries, people have been happy being brought together by a third party.
Ma, I understand. And I really appreciate what you're trying to do. Blanche, this is no laughing matter. How can you take this kind of abuse?
Abuse? I'll have you know he has never raised a hand to me.
Verbal abuse, Blanche.
He talks like that all the time. I just don't pay any attention.
Blanche, you're making excuses for him.
Look, can we continue this conversation later?
I just hope I remember everything the instructor said.
Well, Rose, you must know what you're doing. After all, you did this with Charlie.
Well, we wanted to, but...
But? Rose, the way you talked, I thought you two did this all the time. Now, I'm confused.
And you know, I feel like I'm getting smarter. That's wonderful that they became so close between the airport and here. I hardly ever speak to my cab drivers.
Rose, Doug is not a cab driver.
No, ma'am. Actually, I'm a policeman.
Oh! Well, what's a policeman doing bringing fares from the airport?
Tell us so, even when we come to visit.
No, you can't visit. It's too dangerous.
But at least we'll be able to phone.
No, I'm sorry.
What about my children?
Rose, it's just too risky. For us and for them.
Oh, Miles, this is an impossible decision. I love you so.
Say, as I realize how much you mean to me, and that I don't need anybody else. I want to be a one-man woman, and you're it. Mel Bushman, I love you.
Well, I sent Carl home. Now I just have to talk to Miles.
Talk to Miles. You seeing somebody else, Rose?
I can explain.
No, I understand. Oh, Rose, of course, you're dating. That's why I've come to a decision. I'm going to go to Washington. I'm going to talk to the Bureau. I am leaving the Witness Protection Program. No, I just know I need...
Shut up! Just Shut up, you babbling, bubble-headed, bleached blonde.
Baboon.
Baboon.
She needed a beat.
Hello? Well, Rose and I are ready for our date. I just think it's so sweet the way the mariachi band all chipped in to go on a double date with Rose and me. Here they are now. Angelo, great party the other night.
Yeah, you look great in a tux.
On the floor if I've driven you out of my life. From this moment on, the floor is my home.
Enjoy.
Dorothy!
I can explain, Ma.
No need to, pussycat. Let's move quick before the cops get here. You wipe for fingerprints. I'll get a shovel and a hefty bag.
Doug Henning is the mayor of Palm Springs?
Just play the music, Rose.
Possible. I feel like a
A backstabbing slut?
no.
Then please go for me. I'll feel better knowing this thing is finally... Okay, Dorothy. If that's your real name. How is that coffee?
Terrific.
Actor.
For what it's worth, I know it was a mistake to make you do the pageant, and I'm truly very sorry. I think you better sit down.
Before he died, Charlie and I agreed that if he ever wanted to tell me something from the other side, we'd have a signal. All the cantaloupe would be on one side of the fruit salad.
It was me. I was playing a little joke on you.
Hello, Rose.
1 second, Charlie. What do you mean it wasn't you, Sophie?
Rose, Ma was playing a very mean trick on you, although now I can see the temptation.
Big party, huh?
Well, I haven't been to any discotheques yet, if that's what you mean. Actually, my brother Arnie dragged me out tonight. This is my first date.
You mean...
Just talking about you. How are you?
Oh, nice going, Dorothy.
I asked her how she was doing. I mean, it's not as if I mentioned her dead husband. Gloria, you okay? I just had a bad day. I guess I'm a little scared. I don't know. Maybe I was too confident when I got here.
See how Blanche is doing on the phones. Blanche?
Oh, nothing here, Rose. Back to you.
Oh, wait, I have a bulletin. The intensity of Hurricane Gil has increased dramatically. Several boats at the marina have been beached or capsized. Oh, and here's an item of particular head. For the rest of her days, she kept trying to get that cow in the little basket on the front of her bicycle.
Can you believe it? The machines are all empty.
Oh, that's terrible. Would you like a Clark bar?
Sure.
Works best when we're just plain divorced.
I don't want to spend 2 years without speaking to you.
No, we shouldn't, Stan. We share children. We share grandchildren. And I like slamming the door in your face.
This is great. We should celebrate. Let's pop open a soda and make a toast.
Just Agnes. He answered my prayers. He answered me. Oh, ye of little faith. Oh, you must feel special, Sophia. You must feel blessed. And hungry. Come on, Rose. Let's go into the kitchen and whip up some loaves and fishes.
Oh, he had the most beautiful blue. We don't have to turn on hot. I guess I just feel a little silly right now. Could I have transferred my love for the Beatles to this one man who plays a Beatle? Could I have been so shallow as to have fallen in love with the persona and not the person? Oh,
she's not letting go.
I'm sorry, Ma. I don't like to keep secrets.
Oh, like when you kept the secret you were taking me to Shady Pines?
Ma, I swear I didn't sleep more than 7 hours that night. I'm telling Rose.
Hey, Dorothy, if you tell Rose, she'll think I'm trying to hide it.
Tell him that we went up to Lover's Lane and that we necked.
Oh, well, then I'd have to smear my lipstick, for effect.
Here, let me.
Are destroying the family. You are destroying the family, and I'm going to be all alone.
I'll make her a cup of tea and calm her down.
I'd better go talk to her.
Dorothy, wait.
No, this has gone too far.
I realize that. You just can't flat out tell her. She realizes this was a joke, you know, Blanche. Do more harm than good.
I can't believe it. This is for me. They're standing for me. My good friends. Oh, God. I wonder what they're thinking.
My baby's getting married. This is too much.